Ah, the French. I mean, the weasel. Hi, hello. Welcome to 2026, where um things are weird. I think. Is this working? Okay, first things first, we have to check on the audio. The audio is the one thing that is completely untested. Just completely untested. So, I'm going to need your help on testing the audio. This is this is all different. In the past, it was my capture card that used to handle the audio for the stream for me. In this case, the stream is being held. I mean, the stream audio is being uh, handled by my new audio mixer, which I got for Christmas. One of the few things that I got for Christmas. But yeah, we need to check that this is a comparable quality for of how I used to sound with my previous capture card. Yeah, this is a whole new capture card. Look at that. Um, Also, I wanted to finally address the issue that we've had forever, which is the um volume too low in regards to things. So, is this louder than I used to be? I'm just trying to check that. But first, hold on. Let me check the chat. Okay, actually, I already see a thing. I'm just gonna drop it a little. All right, let's see. I see Chip. Hi, hello. Chip just subbed for 68 months. Okay, cool. We passed that table month. Chip says, "Welcome back, my dearest Weasel. Here's to an exciting new year." Chip says, "So far things are looking nice and smooth." Also, Chip got a jelly bean. Really? This early? Chip says, kicking things off with a sweet treat and a purple heart emote. Right, let me see what I get. Also, hi, Scrappy. Hello. Scrappy says, eh? Scrappy says, the way he popped up, eh? Oh, yeah, you know what? I could have done that forever, and only now I realize, wait, why am I not doing this? So yeah, now I pop in and pop out. I feel like we're missing somebody here, though. Also, Rugito, hi, hello. Rugito says, hello. Scrappy says, video fine, audio seems to be fine for your voice. Okay. Also, Fred Silver, hi, hello. Fred Silver says, peak game seen at the bottom. Regardless, we're back in the building tunes. Yeah, hi, hello. Chip says, your breath on some words makes the mic peak. It is louder but sounds a touch blown out. Okay, so I'm working on that. So I think I need to add a compressor to this nonsense. I thought I had done that. But let's see. Actually, what's the thing that gets rid of the what's the thing that gets rid of the breathing? I do have a limiter in place. I have a noise suppressor. What else am I missing? Scrappy says, I don't mind mic peak as long as it's audible, and yes, it picks up better. I no longer had to use my extension. Okay, cool. Okay, now just to make sure that I'm not like blowing in the mic, I'm putting my microphone further away from my mouth, not as close. In the past, this meant that you couldn't hear me. Is this better? I'm just gonna say plosives. Plosives, penis, uh, PB and J, flap, 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 flap. Get plapped. Free Server says my baby Bonesnack is missing. Oh, Bonesnack, Bonesnack, where did you go? Bonesnack, get your ass here. We're live. Bonesnack. Oh, there he is. Hello. You're back. Hi, Bonesnack. Scrappy says bones neck. Chip says every piece sound, right? Scrappy says I think it has done that since the beginning, TBH. A physical pop filter would be nice. My Yeti has one. I am currently using my headset microphone like I normally do when I stream to on my old capture card. Um, I'm not using my desktop microphone for streaming. Chip says, Mike further away seems to solve it. No peaking and not blown out. Excellent. Excellent. So that means that now we're doing the opposite thing. I used to be like, Rick, I can't hear you. Your microphone is too far away from you. Now it's like, Rick, get the microphone off your mouth. Wait, does that mean I can mess around with you guys? Does that mean I can do some stupid shit like this? Does that do anything? I'm gonna have to check in post. Scrappy says, yes, mic further away is nice. Def a little quieter, of course, but it's enough that I do. Okay, actually, now that it's further away from my mouth, I'm just gonna raise the volume a little and see if that does anything. Yeah, I think that does something. Oh, I know. Maybe not blowing right on it, but still close to my mouth. Maybe that's a good compromise. Um, Scrappy says, the way he moved. Rio says bone snack is snaking first. Oh, snacking. Sorry, I like you wrote it like the word snaking. Snacking. Yeah. Scrappy says sorry, but for real though, the volume is good enough that I still don't have to use my extension. I'm glad. I wanted to finally do this at a proper volume, so I'm gonna need your help also for checking the game sound. Scrappy says that did not sound like you, and a laughing Rick emote. Rio says that definitely sounds loud. Scrappy says, "Oh, this is the perfect balance." Chip says that sounds wacky up close. Well, yeah. Now I can eat the microphone. Frigid Silver, thanks for the first clip. Freezer says peeing into 2026. Right. I got the bean. The bean is pink with splotches, which means this is a tutti frutti bean. So let me put that in the thing. Thanks. It's Chip with the Toots Fruits on January 12th. Where were you on January 12th? I ask you. You were in my stream, of course. Chip sent bone emoji, chocolate bar emoji. Yeah, that's the bone snack. Right. So, welcome to the new layout. If you are streaming this currently at 1080p, you should be able to see how nicely the ticker on the top scrolls so smoothly, so nicely. I added a slight outline to all the text on screen for a nicer contrast. I couldn't do that before. 720, it's kind of limited. It looks kind of muddy. You should be able to see the outline now. Everything got reshuffled a little. So now my face is a little bit bigger on the right side. And yeah. So, what is this game? Embers of Mirrim. This is a game that I actually tried the demo of years ago on my Switch. And I kept playing that demo over and over again. And I said, one day I will buy it. I never actually bought it on Switch. I decided to instead buy it on Steam. And you know what? This could be a really good way to showcase the new high definition because this is a beautiful game. This is an absolutely beautiful game. And I want you to experience it. Now, this game is completely untested on Steam Deck, so we could be going into a car crash of a stream here. So, be patient. Scrappy says, "Where were you?" Well, also hi Woke. Hello. Woke says, "Wow, my favorite game, Five Nights at Freddy's." Close enough. Chip says, "All the icons and text fit in nicely." Yeah, I put a lot of effort into that. I was essentially redoing my layout. I spent 5 hours yesterday redoing my layout. But yeah, all the text should be nice and big. Everything should be nicely distributed. And new techie background also made by Chip. But yeah, Free Server says at woke. Wow, woke in my 2026. My day has been maze. Woke says woke is still in 2004. Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, let's see. By the way, why am I so late? I had audio issues. I had audio issues. So it turns out the Steam Deck was just not sending audio into the capture card. Oh, Strayback, hey. Strayback just subbed for 61 months. Now I can actually hear when people sub or follow or do things because now thanks to my audio mixer, I can hear both the game and my computer at the same time. And I can also hear myself if I'm like checking like hello, this is how I sound. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. Cool. Yeah. Strayback says, "Oh hey, you're back from break. I've missed watching you stream. Yeah, it was a month, but hey, I'm back. And now better than ever. Be sure to be tuning into the stream at 1080p so you can experience it in full." Scrappy says, "Long time no see, Pat Pat." Chip says, "I'm glad the circuit pattern is nicely visible." It is. It works well. All right. Whistle out. Wait. Uh, okay. Whistle out. Strapek says Cyber Wheeze. Yeah. Oh, this is Embers of Mirrim. I have not played this game in a while. Oh, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. Okay. All right. Is that 1080p? I think that's 1080p. Yeah, that looks better. Um, Fraser says all that remains is bone snack. Chip says back into his den. Shabak says Mirrim. Yeah, it's mirrored. Book says it's a free weasel. It does not listen to your commands. Let's see if this game. But yeah, um, I'm gonna treat you to some nice visuals. So hopefully they look nice for you. Wow, that looks so pretty. Damn, okay. Stripex says at Woke, I guess you get what you pay for. Chip says game audio is coming through nicely. We'll see if it needs to be turned down at all. Stripex says he's got a face like greater than colon C. Fritzer says, wow, my favorite game, Skylanders. Reduce it la criatura. Oh yeah, this is a criatura. It's like certified criatura. Trebek says, so from what I can tell, the light creatures and the dark creatures consulted an oracle who predicted objects falling and triangles sliding down the mountains. Or something like that. So, does this already look better than my previous setup in streaming? Like, is it smooth? This is like not a super HD game, but I figure it was still better to see, you know, the crispness, the smoothness, the speed. Look at this speedy fella. Scrappy says, beyond crisp. Stripex says, it looks fine to me. Just fine? Just fine? I put so much effort into this setup. No, I guess not. Wait, can I go up there? I can go up here. Wait, am I supposed to go up here? Or maybe I'm supposed to go over here first and be like, oh, there's nothing to do here, so I have to go over here instead. Scrappy says at free server, wow, my favorite penguin. Scrappy says, wow, penguin extremities. Eh? Chip says, smooth and sharp. Stripex says, you know me, I understate things sometimes. I mean, yeah, but considering you've seen me stream only at 720 for the longest time, you would think that this would be a shock. Fritzer says at Scrappy, it's giving greater than 8 capital O. And Scrappy says, it's futuriert rog. Yeah. But yeah, my story with this game is that I used to play the shit out of the demo for this on Switch, back when Switch had no games. And I said, yeah, one day I'll buy the full game. And I never bought it on Switch. But I think once it was on sale on Steam, so I was like, yeah, I'll just buy it there. Because it might look nicer. Yeah, you would never get this resolution with Steam with the Switch. I mean, okay, actually scratch that. You probably can. Shark says, TBH, I've never paid that much attention to bit quality or whatever it's called. Frame rate? I'm just asking, does it look better than my stream used to look? That's all I'm asking. I feel like it's a night and day difference, at least for me. Then again, yeah, again, not everybody notices those things. It's like some people are very okay by playing games on playing games in 30 frames per second. So am I, but you know, when you actually notice a difference, you just notice the difference. Whoa. Look, I'm a creature. Up. Waiting up. Game audio fine? Not too low, not too loud? You know, in comparison with my voice. Ow. Frick. I had been doing so well. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell where I'm gonna be falling. Man, it really sends me back. Okay. Please don't be welcome to the rest of this stream. So yeah, I decided on this game for several reasons. 1, it's pretty. 2, I have been wanting to play it for a while. 3, it doesn't have dialogue, like, at all. So I actually get to, you know, talk to you about my trip. About everything I did over vacations. Okay. Scrappy says, your stream initially was nice, but yes, this is very crisp. The 60 FPS is bigger for me than the 1080p. Shabak says, in any case, it doesn't look bad, and that's what matters. Scrappy says, I hate to render a video in 30 frames per second. I always want to do 24 for film things and 60 everything else. Scrappy says, add straight back. Yes, some setup. Chip says, game volume might need a very slight turn down. I can do that. Let's go down to 9. Hold on. 9. No, not that. Okay. Hold on. 9. Okay. That was 1 decibel down. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think I get the story. So the triangles are each tribe, and it's basically a race to get to the light up tower. Oh. Now it's this guy. I'm not sure how do I start on telling you what I did over my trip. I did a lot of things. Hold 8 to glide. Oh. Well, yeah, that makes jumps easier. Whee! I remember why I really liked the demo. I think the demo allows you to play the first 30 minutes of this game. Almost. Okay, I think it's... Yep. Where do we do the glide? Oh, that's how. Chip says, start at the beginning. Okay. Scrappy says, start Little Einstein's Begin. Okay, I'm gonna use my guide of... my trip guide for this. My trip guide is essentially the list of what clothing I wore each day. Because it's a good marker of... oh, this is what I did each day. Scrappy did say start Little Einstein's Begin. Chip says reel it back a little, Scraps. And Scrappy says, yup, as expected, gotcha. Carrot, carrot, semicolon, face. So I left for my trip on Monday, December 15. Zane had come, I believe, like days before. came to visit. I got some mail. I got a really good offer on boots. Oh shit! Ah! I got a really good offer on boots. Buy one pair, get two free. I was like, really? 3 pairs of boots? For one pair? Yeah. So I got 3 pairs of boots. Which is great because my collection has been struggling ever since the decay started setting in. Just stuff just got kind of weird. Oh, by the way, we're not done upgrading the stream setup. In the future, I hope to get myself a new headset. Oh, really? That was not enough? I thought that was... I guess it wanted me to go inside. Well... There's gonna be a little bit of trial and error with this game. There's a lot of... oh, you didn't do this? Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. What I tried on the demo wasn't too bad. So we'll see how insane this game drives me. If I can't finish it, I just won't finish it. But I'm gonna play until I'm like, okay, I'm done. And yeah, because I was late today, I might go a little bit later than usual. Okay, just go inside. Stravik says, "Oh no, boots are decaying." Yeah, it's been happening for a while, but my some of my boot pairs have been experiencing just general decay and just kind of falling apart. I don't know why, but a bunch of pairs at the same time just started just like, you know, soles separating or disintegrating. The you know, the coverings, like either be leather or vinyl, sometimes peeling or just cracking. A lot of stuff just kind of just getting kind of rough. I mean, I understand. For the longest time I bought a lot of very cheap pairs. So yeah, I figured at some point they would decay. I think the silliest example is a pair that I bought. What is this? Ooh, powers. Hold RT and use R to move your embers. Oh, that, yeah. Oop. So I can just move myself as a little light. That's fun. I bought a pair in December, like brand new, and then I wore it out for the first time, and then the sole separated. Like, straight up, the same day I wore them for the first time, sole separated. It's fixable. I'll be getting them fixed at some point, but it was kind of absurd. I was like, really? Now even pairs I just get, I can't get to enjoy? Stravik says, no. Chip says, welcome to the rest of the game. Well, yeah. But yeah. Oh, right, this. My first few days over at Zane's place were just kind of very quiet. Pretty much just staying indoors, taking up my jogging, because, you know, I like to jog. When I'm on break, and when I'm in Arizona, I don't like jogging here where I live, because it's just kind of, I don't know, air is contaminated. It's very polluted here. I remember the gimmick of this game, which is actually kind of fun. So these, yeah, so you can only be an orb for a little bit of time. And then by being an orb, you get to activate these things. But there's also these grids that allow you to be orb indefinitely. Like, as long as you're within the grid. There's some really fun puzzles here. Stravik says, whenever I think of boots wearing down, I think of the boots, in quotes, theory of socioeconomic unfairness. Have I heard of that? Oh yeah, you also have the power. I think one of the first things that I did was a few days later when I went to a micro center. They opened a micro center store in Phoenix, which is like big electronics store for computers, computer parts, stuff like 3D printing, just a bunch of niche stuff. And I was looking for precisely upgrades for the stream, because that's what I was gonna ask for my Christmas. So my goals were 3. I wanted, well, 3? Yeah, 3. So I wanted a capture card, like new capture card, a sound mixer, and a hard drive, because, you know, bigger resolution means bigger stream files. So yeah. Starbucks says, a really good pair of leather boots cost $50, but an affordable pair of boots, which were sort of okay for a season or 2, and then leaked like hell when the cardboard gave out, cost about $10. But the thing was that good boots lasted for years and years. A man who could afford $50 had a pair of boots that still be keeping his feet dry in 10 years' time, while a poor man who could only afford cheap boots would have spent $100 on boots in the same time and would still have wet feet. That sounds very familiar. That is basically me. I'm the poor man that buys the cheap boots. Every now and then I'll get myself a nice pair, or 3 if you find a good sale. I don't know. I just go with my gut, and often my gut is wrong. Also, Kraken, hi, hello. Kraken says, hello. Haven't been here for a bit. Yeah, you haven't. Kraken got the bean. Well, the second bean of the night. The bean it's white with yellow, so I'm guessing it's butter popcorn. Yep. That really butters my popcorn. Let me tell you. Oh, we are kind of repeating past history. In December 8th, the first bean was by Chip, and it was Tutti Frutti. And the second bean was butter popcorn, and it was by Kraken. Interesting. History repeats itself. Shrek says, from Men at Arms by Terry Pratchett. Okay. Chip says, giant computer electronics store. They call it a micro center. Well, it's Microchip Center. Kraken says, at Triback, excellent book. Chip says, I had the first bean, Tutti Frutti. Kraken says, oh, I buttered your popcorn, XD. We'll talk about that. Triback says, bean interesting even. And Freezer says, some things never change. But yeah. Something else that we did was we went to a furry meet because they had like a white elephant. They had like a white elephant gift exchange. Not me. I just kind of tagged along, but it was more like Zane and Zane and his roommate. It was at Chip. It was the same place where we went to the cafe. Remember that we went to the furry meet and then we didn't talk to anybody because we were like, because we just don't know anybody. It was that place. They basically just stood in a giant circle. I think it was like what, like 25 people. Imagine 25 people just rolling dice and exchanging and opening gifts with each other. Just like trading gifts, open another gift, pass the gifts around, one to the right, just like switch with somebody else. That went on for hours, and I was just kind of there, just kind of letting it happen. I think Zane brought like a little Proto Bean plush, and I think we ended up walking out with a Sonic like helicopter toy. Let me see if I can find what it was. Yeah, I found it. Okay. This thing. This cursed thing. I wonder what the resolution for pictures is gonna be like now. Yeah, this thing. That's what we ended up getting from that. I think we haven't used it yet. Chip says, "Tutti fruity baby, don't you know you are the sweetest of the sweet?" Oh, it's a song. It's musical notes emoji. Chip says, "Oh yes, we mainly hung out back near Zane's truck." Oh yeah, because he was fixing somebody else's protogen or something. Surprise! You guys are fused now. Have fun sharing a body. Now I have to control these orbs separately with each stick. Welcome to the game's main gimmick. Trevor says Sonic is trying to become Tails. Yep. Chip says it's giving Spyro Dawn of the Dragon. Trevor says it's like 4 swords, but only 2 and in reverse. Too far. There we go. We can't get too far away from each other. It rumbles like hell. Ah, pretty. Free to resist a chip when Spyro and Cinder and chained together? Free to resist it's giving Fire Boy and Water Girl. Chip says yes, Spyro and Cinder. What if I go this way? Okay, let me see if I remember the controls for a single movement. Jaden, hi, hello, Jaden, hello. Jaden says, oh, I know this game. I joined just to watch you die, lol. We'll see. Trebek says, I've always wondered what it would be like to share a body with someone else. Like, how would you coordinate that? It can be complicated. Also, Jaden, now I'm at 1080p. Be sure to be streaming at 1080p for HD goodness. Oh, yeah. This, like, does not allow you to move. Like, if you touch it. It just returns you to behind it. Very interesting controls, I gotta say. Scrappy says at Tryback, oh whoa. What I like about this game is that the glyphs are hidden throughout the world. That this game does not have collectibles. So I don't have to worry about trying to find something. Well, the glyphs are technically the collectibles. So this is I believe this is the only thing I have to worry about. Just finding the glyphs. Let me check. Let me just check. I want to make sure I don't miss them. Okay, yeah, there's 28 of them. Free services, the achievement was giving Scrappy TBH. Jaden says, I took that idea where two are in the same body, but one is active at a time. When one sleeps, the other is active. Nice Homestuck reference. Whee! Okay, so what was I talking about? My thing? My trip? Let me check. Oh yeah, okay, so that was, I think that was like the cafe meet. That was like 5 days into my trip. The next day is when we did our very first big thing. Armor or thread protection. Okay. Oh. Can I have another one? No? Well, can I have another one? Okay. Why did they put it so close? On December 20th, Zane and I took a flight to LA. Pounds on crystals to reveal our morals. Oh, okay. But yeah, on December 20th, Zane and I took a flight to LA. I think we were a little bit late. Like, well, the flight was late. Because we were gonna be visiting Requiem Cafe. Some of you may be familiar. It's the place where I arranged my meetup back in March. Where I brought, I think it was Chip. Okay, so it was me and Zane and Chip, Felix, Zach, and Remy. It's like a weird cafe that does a lot of collaborations with many fandoms and such. Whoa, don't get too far. Um, they've done things before like Homestuck, The Owl House, My Little Pony, among other things that I don't really care that much about. Okay, I'm just exploring, man. I'm just exploring. Let me explore. And ooh, okay. This time they were doing an amazing digital circus collaboration. Yay! So yeah, we literally just flew in to check out that cafe. Me being the, silly guy I am, I decided to have a costume and everything. Wait, how do you do this? Oh, I need both. Okay, but one. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Wait, is there something up there? I don't know. So Norami was already there. Norami was already at the cafe in line because apparently there was a line. I was like, what? Why is there a line? Every time we've gone to that cafe, there's never been a line. You just walk in. But apparently this time there was a line. So yeah. We got to the place. I put on my costume, which was essentially just I put on a yellow dress shirt, like long sleeve, button up shirt, and then I put on a green button up dress shirt on top of that, but then I pulled up one of the sleeves. So I had a one arm. Let me see. I think there's a photo of that. Let me find it. I believe there's a photo. I think somebody actually edited a photo of mine. Actually, never mind. I don't think I can use these because I would like a proper draw over those maybe at some point, but I was just wearing jeans. I had a cowboyish hat on, and what else? Cowboy boots. So it was kind of like a take on Gummy Goo through my outfit. And yeah, because obviously Gummy Goo is a main character in the Amazing Digital Circus. Otherwise, why would he have so much merch? Chip says brown leather vest too. Yeah, I forget. Chip sent green heart and yellow heart emojis. Well, yeah, so we got to the line and ah, so Noremi was not kidding. There was a line. Wait, did I get my... Did I get that cliff? Did that save? Oh yeah, that did save. Okay, never mind. So we got in line, and then I think an employee was passing by and saying, "Yeah, this is gonna be like a 10-hour line, or something." And I was like, "Oh fuck." I didn't know it was gonna be that full. Apparently, people were making reservations. There actually were, like, people that had reservations that were just showing up and just walking in at a specific time. Ryujiro says, "Gimme Goo." Isn't that a Pokemon? No, that's Gimme Goo. Whee! Yeah, some people had reservations. We didn't, so we waited in line. The line was moving extremely slowly. And I was... there I was, wearing a cosplay. Well, my idea of cosplay. Just wearing an outfit. So, kind of... I don't know, it was kind of... I got tired. I got tired real fast. But it's fine. Nifty Rifty... What? Wait, rift? What's a rift? What does that do? Chip says you were Disney bounding, but the Amazing Digital Circus. Yeah, I tend to do that a lot. I do that a lot. I love expressing characters through my outfits, even if I'm not doing like full costumes. Oh, it's a heart. Oh, that's cute. So yeah, Scrappy says Disney house. I can't see where I'm landing. Noremi, hi, hello. Noremi says that had to be fun being a gator in Disney. It was kind of fun, but yeah. Noremi, you were there, so we were in line for a while, like a while, to the point where like I think like 4 hours in. Yeah, 4 hours in line. We decided to order food to get delivered to the line. Yeah. We got some burgers and some fries, which were actually really good. I have to remember to ask Zane, like, hey, can we get that stuff again? Because it was actually good. Ryujo says, OMG, that star constellation SFX is triggering a memory of me playing Virtual Villagers. It's the exact same SFX. Really? I mean, it's just kind of twinkly. Makes sense. Oh, okay, these just kind of fall. Interesting. But yeah, order food. It was good. And then we still waited like a couple more hours in line. We waited a total of 6 hours in line to get into a cafe. Oh, by the way, we were supposed to leave at like around 6 p.m. because I think we got to LA at like 11 or noon. We were supposed to leave at 6, and then they messaged Zane to say that our flight was delayed until like 9 p.m. So we said, okay, cool. While we were in line, and then at some point while we were in line, they messaged they messaged Zane again to say, hey, your flight is actually delayed until next day. And we were like, in a way, this stuff just kind of worked. Oh yeah, this grid means that you cannot do the thing. You cannot separate while you're in here. You must remain together. So there's no doing silly shenanigans. Silly separation shenanigans. Mirrim says, I'm thankful that I didn't dream about lines that night. Yeah. But it was still a fun experience. And I spent it with you. But yeah, we finally made it into the cafe. They were playing the all the episodes in a TV. There were some people cosplaying. We got the food. It was good. Actually, I may have photos of the food to show you. By the way, yeah, I'm probably taking my time with this game, but I honestly it doesn't matter. Honestly, the my main goal here is to tell you my stories. Okay, here we go. Let me get some photos for you. Weird. All right, let's see. Wow, that's small. Wow, that's pixelated. Anyways, you see that's soda. And some rolls and a Kinger drink. You can see Kinger's face on the thing. And then this ice cream thing. But yeah, there's a gummy gator in there. This ice cream was really good. They all the photos look pink because the lights were kind of red pink inside. Remy says, oh heck yeah, absolutely fun seeing chalk art. Hip says, free him. Hip says, show the chalk. Rick says, yeah, okay, hold on. The chalk. I drew while we were in line, I drew a thing. If I can get it. Okay, hold on, because my browser is misbehaving. One sec. Okay, there we go. Boop. And boop. So I drew this. While we were in line, they were giving us chalk to draw on the side. They said draw on the sidewalk, and we drew on the walls because I'm a rebel and nobody can tell me what to do. I drew a little gummy goo plush fella. Yeah. You can't see it too well, or maybe you can, but I actually used yellow chalk and green chalk for the respective sections of his body. They are kind of similar in color. Remy says Rick has the gummy goo in him. And Remy says, yeah, Requiem Cafe lighting is like that. Chip says the cafe is aesthetic. Yeah, they have like if you have never seen it, they have like a tree seating area. Actually, let me see if I can get a photo of the cafe itself. I'm actually just gonna look it up because somebody may have like a really pretty photo of it. Oh yeah, that'll do. So the cafe is incredibly aesthetic. Save image. Okay. I hate new web formats for images. The bane of my existence. Okay. But yeah, this is the inside of the cafe. Now you see why the lighting. Now you see the why of the lighting. These photos are kind of crunchy. But whatever. You get my point. But yeah. Very, very, very aesthetic. Trying to grab this image. Thank you. Look, it's just pretty inside. Strivek says, "Aw." Scrappy sent a crying Rick emote and a heart emote. Chip sent crying Rick, cool Rick, and heart. Normie says, "That tree is sacred to us, Rick." I know. Chip says, "It was our meeting place." Yeah, there, right there on the tree, where you see the tree. Hold on. Right where you see this tree, on the left side, on the blue part, that's where we were sitting. And then that's where we met Zach and Norami and Felix. Well, we all came together. But yeah, really, really fun place. You know, when it's not like a 6-hour thing to go inside. They had. Oh, look at this. This is the a photo I took of Miku cardboard cutouts. As you know, I find cardboard cutouts to be like the peak of comedy. And yeah, there it was. I took a few photos with him. Normie says, "Damn you alive fandoms." Yeah, so I kind of gave the. I wonder why this time we had to wait 6 hours, and I reasoned it to this. Ow. I reasoned this. My reasoning was as follows. On the previous things that we've gone to, like the Owl House, My Little Pony, and we didn't go to the Homestuck thing, but we did. I did find merch of it. Was that those are dead fandoms? When we went to those things, whoa. When we went to those to check out those themings. Okay, hold on. Was that not it? Oh, connect them. Oh, okay. Oh, look, they're kissing. I think. But yeah, this. Guess what? So we actually went to check out the cafe. Right. I mean, I think it was like very close to when the episode actually dropped, the new episode. So the fandom was more alive than ever. I know what this is. Chip says, "Love him." Shrek says, "They weren't active series at the time." Yep, pretty much. So, you know, the Amazing Ditto Circus at the top of its popularity. Of course there were people there. So many. Norami says, "Mwah." Yeah. Shrek says, "Pac-Man." Shrek says, "Pac MLM." Yeah. But yeah, as I said, we went to the cafe for a little bit. We ate. And then we left. Norami. We said bye to Norami. And because we were stuck in LA. Oh, this is fun. Okay, check this out. Whoop. Whoop. Because we were stuck in LA for the night, we said, well, we should probably try to find something to do. So, we decided to check out a nearby mall. An outdoor mall that we're very familiar with, that is closer to the Disney parks. They were having a Taste of Japan like evening, so they were selling Japanese food. Several vendors were selling Japanese food. So me is still very much in Gummy Goo cosplay. Although I think I left the hat in the car. I just kind of like paced around and we checked the food offerings. Zane got himself a Wagyu steak. A Wagyu steak skewer. And I got what did he get? I'm trying to remember what I got. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah. Okay, gotta be really careful on how I do this. If I rejoin too early, that happens. There we go. I gotta make sure that the joining point is unclear. Okay. My microphone better not be too close to my mouth, otherwise you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Clear. We were at the Japanese thing for like a couple hours, and then oops, I probably should have moved. And then we said, you know what? We are close enough to Disneyland. Why don't we? No, I didn't go to Disneyland. Why don't we go to Downtown Disney, which is like 20% of the experience of the parks without having to get a ticket. And it was late. Oop. A little bit to the right. So yeah, we walked. We walked all the way to Disney. Whoop. And yeah, we check out the stores. I got myself a peppermint churro, which I will show you in a moment. Let me just finish this section. Okay, there we go. So, where's my peppermint churro? Check it. Look at this slop. Wait. That is pixelated slop. Hold on. Let me get you the good slop. Okay, yeah, this was a peppermint churro. Just covered in nonsense. Mirrim says, damn it, you got me thinking about that one image confusing which MLM. Scrappy says XD. Scrappy says, Norami, I'm glad you had fun there with Rick. It really looked nice. Well, of course, once you got past the insane line. Chip says Downtown Disney, I presume. Yeah, we did the mall first, and then we did Downtown Disney. Cause yeah, if we were gonna be stuck in LA, we're not just gonna go straight to a hotel. So we wanted to do stuff. Remy says that one drive-by guy calling you cowboy at the parking lot. I had forgotten about that. I'm very insecure. Free says at Norami, you mean glide by / ref. Scrappy says Rick made the noise. Pip says audio still nice and clear. I'm glad. Regio says I can taste the sweetness just from that image. Yeah, it was minty. It was a very minty churro. It was a very, very minty churro. Okay, one sec. Okay, got it. Um, I got some gray stuff, which is just what's the word? Cotton candy, but gray. It was cookies in cream flavored. So yeah, once we had enough, we headed to the hotel that we improvisedly booked. And we just kind of like dropped dead because we had been out for a while, you know, and we were in line for hours. We had to put up with that nonsense. So next time, we should probably book it. We should probably book an RSVP to the cafe, especially if the fandom that the cafe is being themed after is still alive. I don't understand how these like things are happening. These logs, these platforms. Mirrim says, leave you with the minty bread. Yeah. Chip says, fun fact, the Australian version of cowboys are called stockmen or jackaroos. Yeah, I mean, again, I was supposed to be more gummy goo than cowboy, which is why I didn't wear a proper like cowboy hat. I wore something closer to what gummy goo wears. It was not a Texan who knows how many gallons hat. Kraken says, you picked what salmiak you want me to bring you, Rick? Hehe. Nope. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. I don't want your horrific salty licorice. Please, no. I don't like it. I like Finland. I don't like Finland that much. Whoa! Oh, hey, there's a cave there. Cave story, cave story. Oh, I thought that was a cave. Ah! Okay, hold on. I'm doing this wrong. I thought that was a cave. That looked like a cave. Right below. Wait a minute. Wait, can I see? No, I don't think I can see. I may have missed something. Bobo says, no Discord notification. Wah. Hi, Bobo. Kraken says, but there's licorice inside. I don't care. Bobo says, this feels like a port of an obscure, weirdly catchy obscure DS game. It has that vibe. It is an old game. Chip says, Gummy Goose hat is like an Aussie variety of cowboy hat called an akubra. Bobo says, I'm surprised at the contrast. Things blend. Akubra. That is a very close. That is very close to what I was wearing. Yeah. Kraken's crab. Blah 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 blah. Bobo said, I'm surprised at the contrast. Things bland. Kraken says, so I should bring you lots of chocolate. Got it. Yeah, I'll take chocolate. Bobo says, not naked and hat only. Not naked, hat only, final destination. But yeah, the next day, we, went to the airport and we returned. Use what? Dark embers to affect creatures. Boing. Okay, never mind. Oh, that sucks. Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a... Oh, I'm supposed to land here, but... Use light embers to affect creatures. Oh, okay. Dark turns them into trampolines. Light turns them into bridges. Fascinating. Oh boy. I have to... My brain! Hold on, I have to move to different parts. Okay, I think this one is... Pop. Uh-huh. Ah, smart tweet. Ah. Ah. Sorry, I thought there was something to the left. I think I did miss some glyphs. What was this? Are we a squirrel? No. It's a little, whatever this creature is. La criatura. What is this La criatura? It looks like an avali, but not really. Whoop. There's a lot of thinking involved in this. Okay, got it. What was this? I feel like this would have quirky Joy-Con controls if Nintendo made it. Oh, that's the thing. I did mention this earlier. I discovered this game on Switch. I discovered it in it's a demo on the Switch eShop. And I played it a lot. And then I finally bought the full game, but I bought it on Steam instead. But was this also the music went crazy there for a second / pause. / piece of shit. POS. Oh, you kids and your tone markers. Okay, what's this? I think this will be a good... Boing. And then we do this. Okay. And then this will be a good... Boing. And then we go. Okay. There's something up there. I think. Boing. Oh! Yeah, there is something. Ah! Dead. Okay. No. Boing. Okay, cool. Ooh, nice. But yeah, I already missed a few glyphs. Whatevs. Okay, apparently there's another one close by. Oops. Hold on. And then this way. And then... Oh. Okay, hold on. I have to, like, split my eyes. And then that way. And then this way. And then... I was out. Okay, hold on. Down. Down. Left. Left. Up. Up. Down. No. My green one got stuck. Okay, guys. That one. A little bit closer. Oh, I see. The green one runs out of basically battery. It's working. It's working. Internet 200 times. Okay, I get it. I'm doing something really silly. Made it. Okay, I think I see. Shavik says, the glyphs sound like the wind chimes outside my house. I love the audio design of this game. It's very aesthetic. Boing. Okay, never mind. Nope. Okay, there we go. Boing. What was this? How would you describe the aesthetic of this game? In all caps. It's like nature. It's like nature core. It's not quite medieval. It feels like there's no other creatures in this world aside from these guys. It's like very you know those like children's books that are just like the creatures had their own society but they were still like feral. That sort of thing. Bobo got a bean. Bobo says message. Okay, well, that's a message. Shark says primal? Yeah, you could say that. It's very natural, but also very aesthetic. Like, nature itself has a language. It's the same feeling as discovering that there's hexagons everywhere in nature. And, like, you know, spirals and the golden ratio. All that. It's like geometric nature. Nature and geometry. It's, the world is perfect as it is. The bean is... It's black. It's black. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yep. Yep, that's black. That's black licorice. Bleh. 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 Thanks, Bobo. Bleh. Bleh. Nope. I don't like it like this. I don't think I like it salted. So no. No, no, no. Nope. I'm good. I hadn't had licorice in a while. I think the last time it came up was in June. Ugh. Bobo says black bean. That's your fault. What? I'm floating. Did I miss something? No, I don't think so. Oh, I see it. Never mind. I was like, where is the glyph? It's so easy. It's a little. It's a big guy. It's big chungus. It's a big chungus. It's a chungus man. It's giving a little brother bear. We're on our way. Tell everybody that on my way. Whoa. By the way, if that looks crunchy, that was the game itself. Oh yeah, boss battle. Okay, I completely forgot. Gotta avoid the blue stuff. Boss battles. Oh, also aliens. Biology and aliens. It's a very, very alien thing. Like, you can tell this is not Earth. Okay, this is definitely not the rule of 3. I think it's the rule of 5. Or maybe 6. Ow. Hold LT and RT to absorb corruption. Okay. Huh. By the way, that part with the boss, like beating that boss, that's where the demo ends on the Switch version. It was a very generous demo. That was the demo. Right, I was telling you about my stories. So yeah, we returned to Phoenix the next day. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did the day when we returned. Um, do you remember when I posted something about an animatronic rat long time ago? Well, I decided to use that day, December 21st, to assemble the rat. I believe we were in the server. I believe we were in the server watching the Grinch extended cut. Um, and while we were doing that, I was assembling my rat, my animatronic rat, because oh my gosh, I think I missed something. Whoop. Okay, yeah. Chip says, so now we are in our uncharted territory. Yeah, I've never seen this. I've never seen this part of the game. This is all new. Oh, yep, there we go. Whee! Okay. Oh, that's nice. Stravix says pics. Oh, right. Let me get you a pic of my rat. In fact, well, I was gonna say I have video, but that's kind of difficult to do. I can try to show you video, but like it's gonna take a little bit because I think I have to download it. Okay, actually it downloads really fast. Just bear with me. It might be a little bit loud. Whoa, that's okay. Aside from being sideways for some reason. Okay, there. Now you got it. And then let me drop the volume of this stuff, and then restart. That's my rat. I covered him with lights to make him festive. Yeah. So he moves. He opens his mouth. And he's covered in lights. I made sure to turn him on every evening while I stayed in Phoenix. I wonder if anybody in the neighborhood saw him. I wonder. Chip says, yes, the Grinch Holiday Cheermeister cut. And Chip says, love. Yeah, it was a cute film. I loved putting my rat together. It was a labor of love. I also got Clyde in Fortnite, if that means anything to anybody. Let's see, what else did I do? I mean, we got groceries, we got laundries. Oh, on December 23rd, we watched movies in my server. I mean, we were already watching movies, but like, it was my turn to pick the movies. And I showcased two holiday movies that I quite enjoy. Them being them being Noel, which is an underrated, but I'm glad that now people get to watch it. An underrated Disney holiday movie. I'm glad I finally got to show it to people because I had been saying, oh yeah, I'll show it to you sometime. Whoop. And then I also showed my favorite holiday movie, which is the one I grew up with, which was 8 Crazy Nights. Just a bunch of Adam Sandler nonsense. But again, honestly, I did grow up with that movie. I'm nostalgic for like a movie that is not held in high regard. Sue me. I'm sure everybody has their nostalgia for things that are like broadly not considered good. I feel like I deserve to also have something like that. Chip says Noel's theme eventually has joined my regular music rotation. Oh, that's good. See, something came out of that. And in the case of the other movie, I'm sure people like the bomb, the bomb. it has reached the zeitgeist. Yeah, honestly, it was not as bad as I remember. Like I thought at some point around, like, oh, this is gonna be really out of pocket for the people, but no, it still holds up. But yeah. What else happened? Well, that was December 23rd. On December 24th, Zane and I went to the Phoenix. What is that? Went to the Phoenix Zoo because they had a lights thing. We went to the Phoenix Zoo. They had lights. Like they had a bunch of like decorations. I think I actually also have photos of that. One sec. Oh, I did take a few photos of that. Let me check. They had lights, lanterns, etc. Here's otters. See, otter lanterns. Chip says, I didn't hate 8 Crazy Nights. It was strange and dated, but honestly enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, if you have to, it's one of those things that you have to take at face value and be like, okay, this is really dumb, but like it's dumb fun, and that's why I enjoy it. And again, I grew up with it, so I'm nostalgic of it. Chip says, otter help each otter. Wow. Oh, by the way, I don't think I can do Discord like sound effects. They don't quite work out. Because, okay, there's something I need to test first. I just activated desktop audio. Do you hear anything different? If I'm not mistaken, the game sound should be coming in double. But if you can't hear anything, that means that it's being balanced properly. Chips is dumb, dee dumb. Anyways, here you go. I think. Did you hear the laugh track, or is that stuff just not working still? Okay. Chip says, I didn't hear anything. Okay, then yeah, I did have to move it. Okay, let's try again. Laugh track. Okay, I feel like that should have come through. But yeah, otter lanterns. Chip says, there we go, that worked. Okay, cool, thanks. I'm still learning the new setup. There were like light up trees and things. I think Zane had photos. Oop, I made a mistake. I made a fucky wucky. I accidentally opened every folder. Okay, I'm good. Again, learning the thing. Zane did take photos of the lights. Yeah, he did. Okay, I'll just show you his. Oh, his are big. See? Oh, okay, never mind. This is from, do you remember the Japanese Taste of Japan thing at the outdoor mall in LA? This dragon was there. That dragon was from that. And then this is from the zoo. This is from the zoo. Chip says that's so pretty. Yeah. I like lights. Oh, and they had this. They had this at the zoo. I was like, what? Um. uh. Look, it's a woofy made out of lights. Oh, and this one too. The pigs and the big bad wolf. Oh, look, I got a new trick that I learned. I can crop pictures. I can crop pictures to their important components. See? New trick, learned, stream level up. Chip says, now that's just a furry. Yeah, that's a furry. But yeah, there were lights. Scrappy says, WTF, it's like the way Vinny does it. Yeah, it's a new trick. Although Vinny uses X shit. I don't know why he still uses X shit, but the way I do it in OBS, it's by holding Alt. It's like you try to resize a photo, but you hold Alt and it actually crops it. Very, very, very handy, very useful. But yeah, we saw the lights. I got tired because I was slaying. I decided to wear my freaking heeled boots to that. Okay, I get it. Do not touch. Do not touch the mushroom. I've learned my lesson. Scrappy says, reminded of Adobe InDesign. InDesign? Oh, this thing. Okay, hold on. Boing. You get shot. Blast off. Pew. 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 Wait. I think. Oh, never mind. Pew. Pew. I really like how the music gets more intense. Okay. Well, I'm learning. This is, again, remember, this is all new. Ow. Okay, can I just touch this? Like, just in my regular form? No, I just don't reach it. Okay. I need to do this properly. Why am I separating them? I should just take them together. Why am I separating them? Well, oh no, I'm getting confused now. Wait. No, don't blow me. Yeah, shoot. Really? All the way? Why am I separating them? Okay, hold on. See, I'm perfectly capable of sending them the same way. I just need to not, because I start doing this. Jaden says, don't what? I didn't say anything. Dude. Yeah. Almost. Imagine if they had this in the Lion Guard. No. Okay, where am I? Oh, I see. Ah, my brain. Nice. Nice. Okay. Damn. Well, I got the glyph, so whatevs. Stop separating them! Rick, stop! Stop! Okay. Ow. Okay, I see. Well, I gotta remember. I can just wait patiently. Oh boy. No, fuck. Fuck. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this game was gonna get hard. I mean, I knew it was going to get hard. I just didn't know it was gonna be like this. Oh no! Okay, it's fine. Okay. Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. I guess we go to Christmas Day now. Oh, right. There must be something down there. Or maybe this was plot and the right side was the... Damn it. Yep, this was the main path. Damn. I thought the other one was the main path. Chip says this suddenly turned into Donkey Kong Country Returns. Yeah. Okay, well, Christmas. So for Christmas, it was kind of like an Christmas. I mean, I did get to open presents. Well, not all my presents made it in time. I did get my audio mixer, and I already had my hard drive. I got a pen, and yeah, that's what I did get to open on Christmas. I did mess with my audio mixer a little. I was like, oh, this is pretty useful. Actually, what we did is that we didn't get them brand new at Micro Center. I basically like suggested to Zane, like, You should just get them used on eBay. It's probably gonna be cheaper. And it was. It was a lot cheaper. So yeah, my gear is actually used. Capture card used. Mixer used. They work. And we saved up money, so that's what matters. So here's the thing. I was actually kind of bummed during Christmas because so you remember what happened right at the end of last year, right? When I won an auction during the stream for a for a um for a certain fursuit. Yeah, well, when Zane came over right before my trip to Phoenix, I finally got in contact with the seller, and I managed to arrange the shipping of the boy. Well, I arranged payment and shipping. And I had him shipped to Phoenix, all the way from Hawaii. So yeah, I got a tracking number. Actually, tracking numbers. He had to be mailed in 2 boxes because of how big he was. I did get to, well, just watch the tracking number and wait. So yeah, I was in Phoenix for like a week and a half. Yeah, it was basically a week and a half. And at some point, the tracking number said, "Oh, estimated date of delivery, January 7th." And I was actually pretty bummed out because I was like, "Really?" Because January 7th was gonna be beyond my vacations. Like they were giving me essentially almost a 3-week shipping like time frame, and it kind of sucked. Chip says Nanaki the Beloved. Frigid Silver says Hawaii 2 for the 2 boxes. I figured you were gonna pick up on that. So yeah, they told me January 7th, so I just kind of said, okay, whatever. I was even considering not going back home until he finally arrived. I was that serious about it. So yeah, it was Christmas and no Nanaki to be seen, and I was just whatever. Scrappy says Nanaki and a crying Rick. Chip says limitless light. Well, okay, so it was just kind of it was an alright Christmas. We had Christmas dinner. It was good. We decided to take another improvised trip on Boxing Day, aka December 26th. That was a 1-day trip to San Francisco, same as we had planned for LA. We would fly in the morning and then fly back in the evening. So we did that actually. Although the flight was kind of delayed. Oop. Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this. Because we were in the tarmac for like an hour. I wonder why I'm terrible at this. Okay. Okay, I definitely have to glide and then do that or something. Nope. I don't know why they become separated, even though I'm pushing the sticks to the same place. So yeah, we made it to San Francisco. We took the train. By the way, that train is expensive as fuck. I have no idea why it's so expensive. we took a train from the airport to downtown San Francisco or something close to it, to check out the Nintendo San Francisco store. That was our goal, basically, just that store. That was all we flew for. So, we got off the train. We walked a few blocks, and there was the store. There was a line outside, but it was nothing. It was not 6 hours. It was essentially just a what's the word? It was just a 15-minute wait. Which was very easy to bear. Ugh. So yeah, we got in, we checked out the store. A lot of merch. If you want to know what the San Francisco Nintendo store looks like, just look it up on YouTube. Yeah, plenty of merch. Mario, Zelda, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, Metroid. A bunch of Metroid things. Pokemon stuff. Need to stop splitting. Together? Okay. Right. Okay, Rick, what are you doing with your fingers? I want to see. Uh-huh. 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 No. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You need to keep them together. Separating them is not good. Better together. Better together. Like, why? Why do they separate? I think my brain is doing something. Jaden says this Dirk must sleep. Last shift tomorrow. Then it's full-time art/music freelancing. Oh, really? Oh, you're leaving your job? Okay, I expect to see you here more often then. Well, but yeah, good luck with that. Why? Why am I splitting them? Okay. For YouTuber says at Jaden, good luck to you. What was that? Oh, Destroyer, hi, hello. Destroyer just subbed for 69 months. Nice. Destroyer says 60 MA9. Free services, hopefully everything works out in your favor. Also, I know you're telling that to Jaden because you would never ask for things to go in my favor. Trick question. Okay. Okay. Why am I getting confused over this? I have an idea. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Oh my gosh, that's it. I don't have to guide both of them. I just have to guide one. I feel dumb. Oh, hello. What? Hello? What's up with you? Say hello to my little friend. Use Spitfire for the first time. Oh, it's a creature. Oh, you get to aim with it. Interesting. Shrevik says, looks like a nose. Shrevik says, what does purple do? Oh, I guess it depends on the color of the door. Look, it's a loading seam. How much? How do I get to like walk slow? No. He doesn't have a walking speed. It's just everything is just full speed. Oh yeah, they are like aimed. But how? Oh, they reflect off surfaces. Oh wait, that's not a thing. Okay, I get it. Hold on. So yeah, we checked out the store. We bought a couple things. I mostly bought things for my sister who's really into Splatoon. I got some Animal Crossing stuff for my mom. I think with like a villager plush and a kitchen towel. Um, I got myself a Dodo Airlines pilot jacket from Animal Crossing. And that was it. The interesting thing is what happened after that. Oop! That was close. Okay, I understand these things now. After leaving the Nintendo store, we it was raining outside. It was heavily raining. I think one of the funniest things that happened is that the employees at the entrance of the store were like, if you need an umbrella, go to the Splatoon section downstairs. You can buy an umbrella there. It's a Splatoon umbrella. Something like that. But it was like, wow. Wow. Oh, I forgot. Before we left, we actually played Mario Kart World on a big screen. And there was like a guy there commentating the race between Zane and me. I won. Barely. We took some photos and yeah. So yeah, we got our stuff. It was raining outside. Stravik says taking advantage of a chance to advertise. Yeah, I actually didn't buy the umbrella. At that point, I wish I had, because outside, big rain, and I was soaking wet. Something really fortunate that happened is that when they were ringing up our purchase, they asked, "Do you want like just a regular paper bag, or do you want to pay for like a big commemorative bag?" It was like plastic. It was like a big plastic tote. And me, I just said, "Yeah, we want the commemorative bag, because, I mean, you don't get to visit the Nintendo store every day. Some people do actually." So I said, "Yeah, give us the bag," without realizing that by having chosen that, our stuff didn't get soaked outside. Because imagine if we had taken the paper bag and then gone outside in the rain. I didn't even know it was raining when we left the store. So lucky. So we just kind of walked a few blocks under the rain, just soaking, to a nearby mall that Zane checked online and said like there might be stuff there. We were gonna, get something to eat, maybe check out a few stores. So we arrived. What is this thing called? Oh, corruption. It's a baby. It's a white creature. But yeah, so we headed over to the mall. We were just gonna do a few things. So we walked into the mall, and yeah, we saw a Panda Express, like people were eating there. And then we walked a little bit further into the mall, and that's when we realized something was wrong. Like, all the stores that we saw were closed, or rather, empty. Like, there were like empty stores. Like, the stores were gone. All the displays, all the items, all the signs, just like for lease places. not even for lease, just like blank, just empty. We kept walking. That was a fairly big mall, by the way, 5 floors, I think, or more. Um, it was empty. There were no stores there. Let me see actually if I can get some. I think I have some video of that. Um, yep, there's video. One sec. Okay, hold on. Pause. Oh, let me pause the game. Video. Okay. It was just like big, empty mall. Nothing else. Very, very weird. Like everything was empty except for that one Panda Express. We checked several of the floors. The bathrooms were just like closed. There was echoing Christmas music. Just really weird. I looked it up online. Apparently, COVID killed that mall. Well, or rather, people were not going to that mall, and then lockdown eased up, but the stores were still suffering. A bunch of them had to close. No more stores came back to replace them, so other stores started leaving, and then basically dead mall, like fully dead mall. Apparently, it's set to close down for good very soon. So we accidentally went to a dead mall because, again, we saw reviews online like, yeah, there's like restaurants and stores here, but apparently they weren't recent. So, whoops, accidental dead mall. So because we had nothing else and our flight was gonna be like fairly soon, we decided to just head back. We just took a train back to the airport. Chip says, "Welcome to the metaverse." Stravik says, "Did you get chased by the rolling giant?" I honestly, that was like the perfect place for that. Freaking. By the way, if you don't know what Stravik is referring to, there's a series by Kane Pixels, the guy who's making the good backrooms shorts, called The Oldest View, which is about a guy that ventures into an impossibly long staircase into the ground and then ends up at a mall, like a mall like way underground, where he's being chased by this sculpture of an old botanist. Is that the word for that? Botanist? Hold on. Botanist. Okay, sorry. In wheels, and it's a whole thing. If you haven't watched it, you should. Chip says, "I never saw The Oldest View. I should probably show that in the server sometime. I'll probably show it at some point. Remind me." But yeah, basically, dead mall. We went back to the airport. We ate there, and then we got on our flight, and then we were back in Phoenix. It was again a day trip. We just went. we flew to San Francisco, went to the Nintendo store, went back to the airport, and then back to Phoenix. We just do that. We just do that sometimes. So yeah. And then, oh, sorry, hold on, my controller died. No, my controller actually died. Oops. One sec. There we go. Oh, but now it's not connected to the Steam Deck. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can just connect it manually. Let's see. Okay. So as I was telling you, um, December 27th, the day after my San Francisco trip, I woke up in the morning and I was, just getting ready for my routine. I was probably gonna go for my jog and just to check things online. Oh man, the controller is not working. Oh, now it's working. But not on the game. Odd. That is odd. Did game freeze? Huh. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. I'm gonna try to recover. Oh, I think the game just straight up froze. Really? I mean, it saved at some point, but did it actually? Oh, no, it didn't. But now I lost audio. Okay, one sec. Ooh. Ooh, I think I broke it. Ooh, I think I borked it. I think I borked it. One sec. Uh, no, no, it's fine. Stuff broke. Like I can't hear. I can't hear the game anymore. And okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to perform a fix. Something broke. Well, I'm gonna leave you in suspense. BRB. Okay. Okay, hold on. Uh yeah, the capture card just straight up just froze. That's funny. I'm gonna reboot that thing. Boop. It's a lot faster to reboot than my older thing. Oh, yep, that fixed it. So I guess it just needed a good rebooting. Chip says even the BRB matches the color for this year. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go on for a little bit longer. I'm just gonna finish telling you about my trip, and then we're done. Chip says that's fixed now. Yeah, it's a big. Did you see how like, boom, deactivated, boom, activated. It's a lot better at that. Let me check. Oh, I do need to reset the resolution. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it drops me where I left off. Oh, yeah, perfect. Okay, so as I was saying, December 27th, day after my San Francisco trip. It was morning. I was gonna go on my jog. Chip says, also, yeah, dark blue was the right choice for this year's color scheme. Yeah, I like how it looks. I like how it all looks. I was checking my phone. I was actually in the bathroom. I was checking my phone, and then I see like something really quick happened. So the days before, a few days before, like a couple days, I checked that the tracking number for Red 13 was, it actually had, the package had actually moved. It went from just like, oh, somewhere still in Hawaii to landed in LA. And I was like, oh, okay, so it might be here like maybe before the end of the year, before my trip ends. And I said, yeah, sure, it'll get here when it gets here. That morning, I checked my phone. It said delivered. I was like, wait, what do you mean delivered? I had just waken up. Zane was still asleep. Delivered. I checked, and yeah, it had just been delivered that morning, like an hour or two before I woke up. You should have seen my speed. I kind of just told Zane, because I think he was already waking up. I just said, I need your help. And then I just bolted out of the room and then headed downstairs. I put some boots on, and then like I just headed outside. Well, yeah, outstairs. My combination for going downstairs and out. I opened the door, and right outside of the door there were two gigantic cardboard boxes just dropped on the porch. You think that usually big packages require you, like, to sign something, like sign here, like big packages, especially big expensive things. Nope, they just dropped them off just in front of the door. So I was like, okay, sure. I grabbed one of the boxes, like put it in. I passed one to Zane. I grabbed the other one, and I brought both boxes back to the second floor, which is the house's main floor. He lives in a weird spot. Just hurried to open them. And there he was. There he was. I immediately rushed to put him on. I got Zane's help to, just get the main bodysuit on, get the paws on, the tail, and then everything was on. And finally, there I was. Actually, let me get you the photo of the first time that I was trying it. Oh, right, I can use the crop feature. Okay. And yep, also as seen on the right side, I do have a Wendell like acrylic print that Zach got me at Anthrocon. We just kind of put it there. Also the key from our visit to Disneyland in October. But yeah, there was. That's me. That's me wearing him. Look at the tail. It lights up. I was so excited. Chip says, like a kid on Christmas morning. Yeah, That's how I felt. It was like Christmas had been delayed and it was finally getting there. It was finally there. This is what I expected on Christmas morning, but I'll take 2 days later. That was still good enough. Strybeck says you have a nice house. That's Zane's house. But I mean I technically lived there 1/4 of the year, so yeah. Also I did help tidy up a little. By the way, there's like you see that painting of a bear on the left? I picked that. It's like it's a really cool optical illusion where like you see a bear, but you get closer and the bear's fur is actually made out of a forest. It's all like little individual trees. It's a really cool illusion. But yeah, that was me. I was wearing him. I was so happy. I was just having the time of my life. Hold on, I need to find another picture that's like fun to showcase. You know what? This one will do. I threw myself on the floor. Oh, that was a bad move. That's a bad move. I can't reach that image anymore. Damn it. Okay, now yeah, I get it. Got it. Yep. So yeah, I just kind of threw myself on the floor. He has a really nice hair. His braids. You can actually like remove the charms and redo his braids. The feathers are like soft, like cloth foam things. The paws, those beans are insane. They are so squishy. He is really cute. I was really happy to have him. Honestly, one of the best things that happened to me last year. Definitely the best thing that happened to me in December. Just it was so fun. I even got a look here. I got a POV that this one I took myself. Pub. Big pub. Chip sent heart emoji, one emoji. Oh no. X? Okay, actually weird. Your emojis don't show up on Twitch. Let me put them on Google. No, they do not show up. They broke. I'm gonna guess that's Red 13. But yeah. Chips is cute. His braids are lovely. Yeah, they look really nice. So yeah, I kinda giggled my ass off that morning. I completely forgot about doing my stuff. You know, my jog, anything. I was like, no, I just completely forgot about that. Chip says weird. It's meant to be a red heart 1 and 3. Okay, I see that. Yeah. Also, hi Satsuki. Hello. Hi. Nice to see you here. Satsuki says, I am a video game? Wait, are you? Anyways, look at him. Just completely on a thing. That's how I had him for a little bit. Just like a pile of parts. Yeah. Fritz sent 4 waving rigs at Setsuki, and Setsuki says, hello everyone. Hi, hello. But yeah, hi, I'm back to streaming. Hold on. I need to find the other picture. But yeah, no, I that day I think I went shopping and other things. Oh, it's the same day when I had the thing where, I got a new pair of boots and then I wore them out and the sole actually came unglued while I was out and about, and we had to emergency go back to Zane's place so I could change into a different pair of boots. Strike says, reminds me of that modular body / disassembly kink. Boy, do I know somebody who's into that. Anyways. I didn't do much the next few days. Mostly, shopping, laundry, more shopping, cleaning the house. The next day, December 28th, I actually discovered something in regards to Nanaki. I discovered that I could just assemble him. Like, that's nobody wearing him. I just assembled him together. The suit by itself manages to, the parts manage to stick together. So I basically just set him up. I just sat him up like that. And I discovered that I could just sit between his legs and put his arm around me. And I got so giddy. I got the euphoria of, it was really hard to describe. I was just sitting between his legs and he was just holding me. And he was warm and soft. And he smells nice. He smells like nothing. It's like a neutral smell, but if you really lean in, he smells just really nice. It's really hard to explain. Stravik says, quit stealing my head while I'm in the shower. In quotes. Frigid Silver says, it's giving Golden Freddy. I was also thinking that. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Stravik says, someday he's gonna start moving. Boy, do I wish. I wish. Even, okay, the entire time I was in Phoenix, I wished every day. I was please. I was basically just sitting by him, just begging, just please. Chip says, Fictophoria. Yeah, I'm gonna claim that. Just the euphoria that one gets in regards to fictional characters. Very beloved ones. I also have photos of me sitting between his arms, but those are private. Scrappy says, he's just so cute, I'm going to cry. I mean, I was really happy. What else did I do? But yeah, the next few days, nothing much. It was pretty much, while I was at home, I was just hanging out with Red and doing my stuff. We did a lot of house cleaning because we apparently hosted some furries. I think it was just one furry, but then he would bring his friends in our spare room. I think they were in town for PDFC or something. I'm not sure. I didn't get the details. Oh yeah, because also the FurryCon, Painted Desert FurryCon was gonna be happening the weekend after that. But that comes later. But yeah, I just pretty much spent a big chunk of time just sitting there with Red. In fact, I just started at some point just taking pictures of him all around. I did this one. This is me. I posed. So when we were cleaning the house, I had to get him off the floor because the vacuum cleaner was gonna pass by. I assembled him in the couch, just kind of sitting comfy. And I put my cowboy hat, the one that I use for Gummy Goo, I put him on his head. And I also gave him my my Fox McCloud plush that I usually carry with me with my Wolf O'Donnell suit. Just to give him some company. And it was just nice to just have him hanging out there. it was just a treat to have him there. I'm honestly like super happy that I saw that auction, that I bid, that I won, that I, got in touch so that he would actually get mailed, because apparently I didn't get like contacted by the seller because he just kind of didn't notice that I won or something. Um so yeah, it was just nice to have him there. Um I'm going to skip forward a little. Well, I mean, just a few days. To December 31st, New Year's Eve. I had been invited by Jimmy Rumshot, Jimmy, my other dad aside from Kraken. My Rue dad or Rue uncle, whatever I think he prefers to be an uncle, but I just kind of put him in that niche. He invited me to a furry house party that was happening that evening for New Year's. I had actually been to that house before, like a year ago. So yeah, there were furries. That was a house party with like 40 plus people. It was really full. There were fursuiters. There were just like people around dancing. There were fireworks. There were like legit fireworks. Let me see if I have some. Okay, I do have the fireworks videos. So let me get that. And I'm gonna try to. Okay, watch out, because I'm gonna try to mute it. Oh, that was loud. Sorry. Okay. Why do these get imported so loud and so sorry. So loud and just rotated for some reason. Scrap Chip says ow. And Stripex sent an awake emote. Yeah, sorry. I lowered the volume. Here you go. So, like, they were doing proper fireworks. They closed off the street for this house party, and they were just straight up doing fireworks. By the way, check out this video quality now that we are on 1080p. Yeah, there were people there, like fursuiters, and just it was cool. And yeah, that's how I did the new year. With around surrounded by furries, and just being a silly. There's some. Okay, hold on. There's a cursed image or two of me. At this party, I was suiting up as Wolf O'Donnell. So here you go. Oh, let me put this, and then let me crop all this nonsense sky. That's me. That's me as Wolf O'Donnell, just seeing fireworks or like just sparklers and things just blowing up behind me, and just doing my threatening pose. It was a fun New Year's, actually. It was a really fun New Year's. Chips is doing the gremlin thing. Yep. Oh, also I'm wearing like Freddy from this light shirt that says "Fight violence with violence." The new shirt I got. It's fun. But yeah, there were snacks, there were drinks, everything. And then New Year rolled in. Lots of hugs. Good vibes. It was a good one. It was better than last year. I had spent the last couple of New Years just kind of at Zane's place. Usually the two. It used to be 4, and then it became just the 3 of us. And I don't know. It was just kind of. It was kind of like it was quiet, but also I prefer these big gatherings overall. So um, so it got late. So we returned to Zane's place. We were there at like 2, 3 a.m. And you know the first thing I did? I went and sat next to Nanaki, and I just kind of cuddled up to him. Yeah, I just kind of, I just, I just miss him during the entire party. I was like, I miss him. So what we ended up doing? Let me do some progress here because I'm leaving this game just like this. Wait, wait, wait. What is that? Ooh, secrets. Getting a hold on me. Getting a hold on me. Is this a secret? It is a secret. So it was New Year's. Happy New Year. On January 1st, we decided to do a road trip. Ooh, that's fun. What is this? Wings. It's wings. Um, we did a road trip to North Arizona for a specific reason. Um, I had not revealed that I had gotten Nanaki yet publicly. Some of you knew. The ones that were here when I won the auction, you guys knew. I had talked to people about it. I had shown a few photos in some spaces. But I hadn't done an official reveal, and I wanted that to be proper. So I packed Nanaki in the truck. I actually sat him. He took a seat in the truck. On our way, we went to Sedona, which is like a town like north of Phoenix, like a little town, very crystally, very hippie. On our way there, we stopped by a nice spot, and it was raining. It was raining. So I got some photos. So yeah, we took some photos. I suited up. We took some photos. It was foggy as all hell. I'm not gonna show you all the photos, but I'm gonna show you a few. Like this one, I'm not gonna crop the sky because you have to see this nonsense fog. So it was foggy. I suited up outside. It was pretty nice. It was very comfortable also. I discovered which layers to wear with him properly. And you know the fan, because the head has a fan, which is powered by all things. It's powered by a 9-volt battery. So this suit has been around for a while. I believe it was crafted in 2015. So a while. I can't even say he has been around, because I think the poor guy was not worn that much. I think Red 13 has spent like the majority of the decade that he has existed in storage. And I don't know. Makes me kind of sad. Stravik says the place with the red cliffs. Yeah. Chip says Sedona, where the desert meets the pine forest. Did I say pine forest? Pine forest? Pine forest. Chip says my OC Jeremy lives there. I got some bonus pics. I don't think I posted. We took a lot of photos. I didn't post all of them. I like this one. Look, he's showing beans. But yeah, wearing him is an experience. Being completely honest, I do not have the best visibility. I think I can only see through the mouth, so I can really only see the floor below me, and that's all. So if people stand in front of me, I can't see who they are. Um, I don't know. It's an interesting experience, I gotta say. But still, it's not unpleasant, and I don't know. I felt nice with him. It felt good. Also, hi Twitch Abby. Hello. Twitch Abby says, "Oh, it's him. Yeah, it's him." So really happy. You know what? I'm just gonna leave him. It's not gonna be long. I think I'm almost wrapped up here, but I'm just gonna put him here. By the way, look at this resolution. Now you can see the stuff that I put here on the side much clearer. Yeah. Free services at Twitch Abby says Twitch link and for waving bricks. But yeah. So we took the photos and then we went to the town proper, like Sedona, and we checked stuff around, mostly food, grocery shops. I had mushroom soup, which I never have, and I enjoyed it. Chip says Bone Snack now looks appropriately fat. Oh no, yeah, now he's like the big round thing. Twitch Hubby says at Free Silver, I was very busy, didn't think I'd get back to my room in time to tune in. Well, I went for a bit longer than I normally would because I was late. So, yeah. Free Silver says a chip, good. Free, are you just gonna comment on Bone Snack? I don't get you. I really don't get you. But yeah, so we did stuff around the town, then we drove back. Oh yeah, we listened to a few episodes of Welcome to Night Vale on our way there and on the way back. It's a good time to pass. It's a good way to pass the time on the road, especially when you are going down the highway that feels very much like where Night Vale is located. Freight Services Bone Snack. Okay, at this point, I don't even know if you're messing with me. So not much happened the next few days. Oh wait, something else did happen though. Right after the trip, right after the we returned from Sedona. So right after that, like literally after we were back in the city, Zane and I headed out like that same night to have some teppanyaki. You know the place where they where like you have a cook just doing a bunch of fancy tricks while cooking your food? We went to one of those at finally. We went to Benihana. There's like a Benihana in Phoenix. We went to it. It was kind of late at night, but not that late. Like there were still people there. This is what happened though. We showed up and we sat down. It was just Zane and me. We were actually sat at a table with another couple, sat on the far end from us. We got some drinks and appetizers, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited. We waited for 2 hours. They actually gave us like another free appetizer, but it was still 2 hours. We were sat down and we had appetizers and waited for 2 hours, and all the tables around us were just emptying and people were finishing their food and leaving. until it was kind of empty. The place ended up just kind of empty. There were like 3 or 4 tables left. And then finally, fairly late, um, our cook showed up, which was this. It was weird. Some of the other tables had like, like a Japanese chef, like being all proper and serious and doing like all the fast knife tricks and the flamey bullshit and all that. Our cook, the one that showed up, was like this blonde surfer guy, like with the bro like energy. Yeah, he showed up, and he started doing like the egg tricks and stuff. But this guy, yeah, he did not have like the serious Japanese chef energy. He was just dropping food pun after food pun after food pun, like especially when he was like doing things with eggs, just food puns to no end. Then he pulled out the chicken. He got the chicken. He was cooking the chicken, making chicken puns. It was like we were like just groaning. I had never had such a long like groan chain from pun, groan, pun, groan, pun, groan. So yeah, I got some rice with the wagyu, because ever since I had some wagyu back at the Japanese food thing back in LA, I was like, I want more wagyu. So I got some fried rice with wagyu in it. Delightful. Like, amazing. The guy cooked the rice in front of me. Like, I saw it go from nothing to just like, bam, a little bowl of rice with wagyu. It was great. It was great. It tasted amazing. So the food was good. The show was a little bit on the short side because it was just for like us four, like Zane and I and the other couple. The other couple had a weird energy to them. It was like they were just kind of there and like they were immediately regretting it. I mean, part of it was probably because of all the big weight, and part because they probably like didn't get this guy's like energy and all the puns. Like, I get it. Normies don't really like jive with that too much, especially when they are being singled out because we were the only 4 people sitting at that table. But yeah, we had our food. We got our leftovers because at that point we were full on appetizers and a little bit, and we left. So yeah, that was our night. I finally got to do teppanyaki, and I would do it again only with a big group of people, and earlier in the day, because I'd rather not have a repeat of the same conditions I was in. Chip said, I remember we listened to the one about that museum thief and how you and Zane were shocked by the twist ending. Yeah, no, like that was a heck of an episode. Right, so fast forward a little to a different day. I actually spent January 2nd just packing my stuff. I was already packing to get home. Because January 3rd was basically my last hurrah. We got invited to a house party at Pepper Coyote's place. Who was doing his own like little house party like furry con themed house party, where he was even gonna be, doing a concert. So it was cool. Yeah, so that not going into detail here, but that house party was happening in protest of the FurryCon happening in Phoenix the same weekend, which was Painted Desert FurCon, which is honestly, yeah, we don't go to that con anymore. Not because of like any like particular circumstances, just because it's not a good con. It's kind of just meh. It's just whatever. For us who have seen like, big cons, we've seen Anthrocon and Midwest Fur Fest and FWA and TFF. PDFC is kind of underwhelming. The value I see in it is that if you get a lot of like local furries that it's a good place to hang out. If you got like furries that are traveling from like around the state or even like neighboring states to go to that, sure. If you've been wanting to meet them, it's a good meeting place. It has a very, very similar energy to GSFC, which is the LA con that that we all met in March. Pretty much same people, like the same people that organize GSFC, organize PDFC. Same energy, but I would even go as far as to say a little lamer. GSFC at least has like a lot of the LA furries. This was just kind of So yeah, we don't do it anymore. Also, another great thing about PDFC is that it used to be a New Year's con. Like, it used to actually fall on the weekend of the 31st and January 1st. So they actually had a New Year's event. And sometimes it was pretty much worth it because of that. It was worth going just to that. They stopped doing it during the New Year period. So it doesn't really have anything to make it stand out. Chip says lame con. Yeah, it do be lame. So we went to Pepper's house party. It was really fun. He did his concert. I got to sit there. Honestly, not the first time I see a concert at his house. But he did a lot of my favorites. He did a lot of my favorite songs, so it was a really good one. There's actually a recording, which is Patreon exclusive, but I've been watching it in bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, that was a good time. So went back to Zane's place and went to sleep because the next day, I flew back home. Ta-da! That's it. That was my December trip. Yeah, it was a good time. Definitely because of Nanaki, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the LA and San Francisco trips, they added quite a bit to the whole thing. So yeah, overall, it was a fun one. It was fun. So yeah, after that, I feel rested. I had been wanting to go back to streaming. And, set up my new setup. Hold on, what? Okay, there we go. How do I go up here? Because I can't activate these mushrooms. Oh, wait. Can I... Okay, hold on. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, so you can actually, like, save the energy on the mushrooms themselves. Okay, can I make... What if I make this one green? Okay. Or maybe not that one. Hold on. Okay. Okay. That's how you do it. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hold on. Okay, how do we do this? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, I see it. Uh-huh. And then... Alright. And then... And then... And then... Oh. Okay. Green. Purple. Purple. Green. Okay. Fast. Slow. Fast. Okay, that was weird. Secret? Secrets. Okay, Uh-huh. 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 Down. Up. Down. Up. Hey! Oh, Canada! uh... I guess this game is Canadian. uh, okay. But yeah, apologies for not playing enough of the game. I just wanted to regale you with my stories. I hope I didn't bore you too much. I hope you all missed me from streaming. I hope you're enjoying the new quality TM. I hope you like this game. What else? What do we do with this? Oh, I know. Perfect. There we go. Oh. Oh, no! Okay, I see what's going on. I also had to shoot him. Wait, how do I shoot that wall over there? Oh my gosh. Never mind. I get it. Okay. And then... That's pretty clever, actually. Pretty clever. Strawbeck says, Canada. Chip says, the game really just went... Canada emoji flag. Canada flag emoji. Strawbeck says, I remember when people on r/plays struggled to make a Canadian flag. It is not easy to do a maple leaf out of pixels. Strawbeck says, of course it didn't help that people kept changing the maple leaf to weed or bananas. I just kind of asked for it. Okay, apparently I'm really close to the end, so I'm to the end of this chapter, so I'm just gonna get there. Oh boy. Okay, watch it. Watch it. Okay. Careful. There we go. But yeah, just big things. Hey, hey, bait. Apparently there's something up there. Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay, it's green. Okay, so I need to take the green. It's the green. It's the green that I need. It's the green. It's the green. Oh, it's a sword. Okay. What are we doing now? That, I guess. It is pretty. Again, this is a very pretty game, even though it's a little retro. Oh crap, chase? Is this a chase? It is a chase. It's a chase. It's a freaking chase. No! No! Left, right, left, right, left, right. It's an alternating thing. Okay. Welcome to... I don't even know. I didn't do that. Come on. Out! No, I was so close. Almost, almost. I get it. I get it. I was wondering if I could skip a few of those by just jumping to the next available one. Dude, okay. Anyways. Yep, I did not press the button. Okay. I feel like I need to get on a rhythm there. Well, I'm getting achievos. At least there's that. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Cool. Game of Thorns. Survive the first thorn chase. The fuck do you mean first? The fuck do you mean first? Hey, another friend. Taka. Baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's a wild wield. Yeah, you guys better not fight. I think this is a good spot. That is Embers of Mirrim. It's a, it's a, it's a very pretty game about splitting and getting together, and other things. It's not as hard if I actually concentrate. So maybe next time it will be easier because I won't be, you know, telling stories. Or who knows? I could have some other stories for you. Oh no, my photo. But yeah, that's it. That's the return of the streams. Thank you very much for coming to this. It means a lot. Um, and now that everything looks prettier, um, very very exciting. Chip says this was a good reintroduction game for the year. Yeah, again, it covered a lot of bases. It's pretty to show the increased frame rate and the resolution. It doesn't have dialogue, so I can talk over it. It's easy to pick up and put down. and most importantly, is short. I think I'm halfway there. I could have honestly, if I hadn't, been just talking, I could have finished the entire game today, but probably not. Uh, it there's gonna be a lot more trial and error down the line, so you'll see. Scrappy says, Mwah. How about 1080p, 60 FPS? I mean, yeah, I do. Oh, also, not sure if I mentioned, this stream was brought to you by Ethernet cable. Well, not just any Ethernet cable. This stream was brought to you by 200 feet Ethernet cable. Um, some time ago, I think at Zane's previous place, Meki had gotten a big old roll of Ethernet cable to get Ethernet to his room. But the one he got, I think, was like too long, like way too long. So he didn't use it, and I asked if I could borrow it, and he told me that I could. So I just brought it here to my place. Um, Today, after like over a year, I finally got around to installing it by running the cable from my computer out of my room downstairs, like along the stairs, and then into my router, the one that I've been accessing through Wi-Fi all these years. And I barely used I barely used more than, I want to say, 20 feet out of the 200 feet. It's way too much cable. So it's just going to remain corded up. There's something really funny about thinking how this entire stream went through that cable, through like those 20 feet of cable, and then the rest of it, like the rest of the 180 feet are like coiled together. So my stream is looping a lot within cable before going, into the router and onto the internet and to you. So, boy, now instead of sending my stream through the air, through the waves, it's going through cable, which in the long run should be a lot more reliable. So hopefully, we don't have any weird drops or anything. I'm gonna not gonna jinx it, but hopefully this is more reliable. Else, we can just always return to the Wi-Fi. That's always a fallback. Hey, fallback. Scrappy says, "Love my dearest Weasel boy." Scrappy says, "In peak quality." I mean, I wouldn't consider this peak, but it's better. It's better than what we had. So, I am proud to announce. Well, it may be a little bit early, a little preemptive, but I'm proud to preemptively announce um the coming of Nintendo Switch 2 games for streaming later in the year. I'm waiting to get some things settled first, and to make sure that Zane is not gonna want this Switch 2, because we kind of share one. So if it's my turn on the Switch 2. Um, I gotta make sure that nothing's coming out that he's gonna want to use it for. So yeah. In any case, I have so many games that I need to show you first. I have a bunch of games. The backlog of games for the stream goes over 120 games. I have 120 games in the pipeline, not even counting anything for Switch 2. So, am I ever gonna run out of games? Probably not. It's probably not happening. Um, so here's the first community calendar of the year. Um, Tomorrow, I did announce this. I'm gonna be having a little thing on the server called Rick's Horde of Short Media, in which I will be using the wheel system that we used in the October Purge um, to choose between a big selection of short media that I've been collecting over the years. Um, these are like YouTube videos, which can be shorts, pilots, short films, and just general like videos, which are between 10 minutes and 45 minutes in length. So there's a lot of variance. Um, we're gonna be spinning the wheel, and then we'll agree if whatever lands is something that we're in the mood to watch. So we will have the possibility of mulligans, but let's not abuse it. Let's try to respect the will of the wheel. Um, there's a lot of variety in the things, and in the end, I will say this: if if you tune in and like something and whatever lands is not something that you feel like, um, just skip it, and then we can let you know when like the next thing is on. But yeah, I just want to finally burn through a lot of this stuff. So hopefully we can watch a few things, half a dozen of them maybe. Um, depends on how long and which ones come up. So yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow at usual streaming time on the server. Wednesday. Wednesday it's back to the streaming. Uh, with more Embers of Mirrim, hopefully the end of it, or as much as I can stomach. Um, Thursday is back in the server. Um, this is Czar's picks for his January event called January Blues, where he's just showing the just depressing movies. Um, this last weekend, we did Akira. That was on Saturday, I think. Um, and Zara scheduled for this Thursday Paprika, which is one that I have actually not watched myself, so I'll be there for that. Did I show? Yeah. Um. So yeah, that's gonna be Thursday and Friday. On Friday, um, I have a game that I will be co-hosting with Czar. We will be. This will be Czar's first co-host opportunity. That's gonna be on Friday. So be ready for that. That should be fun. Um, and we'll see if something comes up for Saturday or Sunday. That's still open. I'll let you know. Chip says, please, you were able to get the stream set up working for the fresh new overhaul for the year. Yeah, no, it took hours of rearranging things. As soon as we used the new background, I had to like move a bunch of things like a few pixels around. And then new effects for the text, making everything, all the colors just work with each other, and just adding a few new effects here and there, and just generally getting everything looking nice and pleasant. I'm happy. I'm happy with what we got. We're still not done yet. We have to work on the alternative layouts because I believe it might be on Friday. I'm gonna be opening up the poll. Because yeah, Embers of Mirrim is like it's just for this week. This is my test game. Um, on Friday or Saturday, probably Friday night, I will be opening the poll in which you can once again vote for the moods for games, and then I will be giving you whatever comes up the most. So start strategizing. Start seeing your previous picks and start strategizing. I will still show you the chart as it is at the moment when I put up the poll. So you can try to see what you want to go towards. Zara, hi, hello. Zara says, you haven't watched Paprika? Cool. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of blind spots. Zara says, also hi. Zara sent a waving Rick and egg Rick and said, yes. Chip says, hey, Zara, just in time for the end. Scrappy says, Zar, colon 3. Zara says, been here a bit, but didn't find a zing to share about Rick's stories. I mean, yeah, it's just stories. Um, some of you will get probably extended stories over voice call at some point. We'll see when we have time for that. Scrappy sent colon 333. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. This worked out better than I expected. I'm gonna check the post-mortem stats and everything. It seems like everything ran as smoothly as it could. Um, the new capture card has a few weird hiccups that I'm still like working out, but on um, on Wednesday I'm gonna try to start preparing half an hour before so I can address those things before they come up. I had a weird audio issue today in which just the card, or rather the Steam Deck, was straight up not sending audio to the capture card. It was still insisting on using its own speakers. No idea why it happened. I, well, I kind of had an idea on why it happened, but also not. So I started just troubleshooting all over the place. Um, and guess what? At the end, I don't know what I did. I think I did something so weird that the Steam Deck got confused and it finally sent audio over to the computer. I think I confused it into submission. So we'll see how it goes on Wednesday. And if I have to start doing this to get it to output audio, I guess it's just gonna be a new streaming ritual. Okay, I hope it doesn't give me too much trouble. The mixer though, the mixer seems fine. It seems like the mixer is doing its job. So very glad about that. I haven't even showed you everything the mixer can do, but I'm not gonna burn everything on the first stream of the year, so I'm gonna save that for later. Um, and I guess I'm still not using the extra storage. I will see how big this stream is, like file size wise, in comparison to a normal 3.5 hour stream. Um, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Well, thank you very much for coming to this. Have a good night, have a good evening, afternoon, day, morning, or whatever you have on your side of the planet, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. Good thing I didn't make that much of a mess trying to um troubleshoot, but I still left a few things here and there, so I'm just gonna pick those up. Chip says farewell, sweet weasel. Scrappy says mwah in a heart. Alrighty. Chip says kiss wheeze for you, glad to be back, and a purple heart emoji. Yeah. Alright, well, this was Rick, that weasel that you know. Signing out for now. Okay, see you then. Bye. In HD.